I stared death in the face, and for the first time.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Movies are a gamble, and while the payoff of a surprising smash hit is thrilling, sometimes you can see the train wreck coming a mile away. Today we're digging deeper into those warning signs. 15 upcoming movies that sadly have flop written all over them. Let's jump in! Movie number 1, Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. Look, I appreciate Zack Snyder's unique style, but Rebel Moon on Netflix was a slog. Critics panned it, and fans weren't thrilled either. The fact that he shot a sequel back-to-back is the definition of tone-deaf. Who's excited for more of that same uninspired mess, huh? This feels like a contractual obligation, not a story anyone's dying to see. Movie number 2, Toy Story 5.
I've spent all these years trying to please someone else that I don't even know what I want.
Toy Story 3 wrapped up Woody and Buzz's stories so perfectly, and Toy Story 4, while sweet, already felt like a bonus round. Now we're getting a fifth one? Disney's recent animated flops, especially Lightyear, made it clear they need a win. But squeezing more juice out of Toy Story is the wrong way to do it. The audience's love for these characters isn't a blank check, and this feels like a desperate move to mask a lack of original ideas. Movie number 3, Back to Black.
Do you know what girl power means to me? Sarah Vaughan, Lauryn Hill. You need to know this. I ain't no Spice Girl.
Amy Winehouse was an incredible talent with a heartbreaking story. But the trailer for Back to Black feels like a surface-level paint-by-numbers biopic.
I ain't no Spice Girl.
From primary school.
The casting isn't convincing, and the controversy around the film getting her father's approval casts a serious shadow. It's hard to see this as anything but exploitative, especially when a well-made documentary like Amy already gave us an unflinching look at her life. Movie number 4, Bill and Ted 4.
Step Forward, a song created by Preston Logan, performed tonight.
Bill and Ted Face the Music was a fun nostalgia trip, but it didn't exactly set the world on fire. Sequels to beloved comedies years after the hype has died down are notoriously tricky.
No way! How's it going, Bill and Ted?
We're putting together a most extraordinary band!
Without the element of surprise, another Bill and Ted adventure has to be extra funny and extra heartfelt to justify its existence. If it's just going through the motions, fans will be quick to write it off, and newcomers won't get what the fuss is about. Movie number 5, The Exorcist, Deceiver.
The devil has one wish.
Wherever those girls went, they brought something back with them.
David Gordon's Green Exorcist reboot last year was the cinematic equivalent of nails on a chalkboard.
Something's going on with my daughter.
It's happening to my daughter too.
Critics hated it. Fans were unimpressed. So naturally, they greenlit a sequel. The brand is already damaged, and the original Exorcist is a masterpiece that doesn't need this kind of convoluted sequel treatment. On top of that, Green walking away from directing the whole trilogy should tell you everything you need to know. This project is in trouble. Movie number 6, The Kick-Ass Reboot.
Soy la venganza. ¿Qué?
Kick-Ass worked because it felt fresh and subversive for its time. Now with Deadpool pushing the boundaries of R-rated superhero antics, a Kick-Ass reboot risk feels outdated.
Kick-ass! Red mist! Oh, that kinda hurt!
Matthew Vaughn's also had some flops lately, and without the original cast, this is just hoping that brand recognition alone is enough to draw in a crowd. That's rarely a winning formula. Movie number 7, Megalopolis. Francis Ford Coppola's passion project self-funded with a massive budget, it's a recipe for either an amateur's triumph, return, or a spectacular disaster. Rumors of a chaotic suit and Coppola's lack of a truly acclaimed film in decades raise some serious concerns. Megalopolis could be a misunderstood masterpiece, but it's just as likely to be an overly ambitious film that alienates viewers and ends up on a footnote in Coppola's career. Movie number 8, RedOne.
There he is, buddy! The sexiest man alive. Look at you, man. You look good.
Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans in a holiday action comedy? Sounds like box office gold. And then, reports surfaced calling RedOne a mess, with zero chemistry between the stars. It's possible Amazon can pump more money into reshoots and salvage this, but these kinds of behind-the-scenes issues rarely disappear entirely. Even if they fix it, the audience might sense something's off and stay away. Movie number 9, Captain America: Brave New World.
What Steve did was a gift to mankind. But we can't keep looking back at the past.
Let's be real, the MCU is in a rut. Ant-Man 3 felt small, audiences aren't warming up to Sam Wilson as Captain America, and disastrous test screenings for Brave New World followed by months of reshoots are a worrying combo. Marvel has the money and resources to turn things around, but it's a sign of deeper problems when they're scrambling to fix a major release this close to its premiere. Movie number 10, The Crow.
I saw things. I shouldn't have seen any of it.
The Crow is a beloved cult classic for its gothic visuals, tragic real-life backstory, and Brandon Lee's career-defining performance.
Victims, aren't we all?
Any reboot is swimming against the current of nostalgia. Recent attempts have all fallen through, plagued by bad luck and production issues. While the new film has Bill Skarsgård in the lead, he's got huge shoes to fill. Plus, the original film's blend of darkness and action was unique at the time. Can a remake recapture that same magic in today's superhero-saturated landscape? This feels like a project where the potential for failure sadly outweighs the potential for a truly special reimagining. Movie number 11, Scream 7.
I love all the blood, but I want something with more blood.
On paper, Scream 7 should have been a no-brainer, but losing both Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega in a quick succession is devastating.
Got any plans tonight?
Or fallout from the Barrera situation. Either way, Scream 6 proved the franchise could survive without Sydney. Now that its new core is gone too, this feels shaky. Unless Neve Campbell gets a huge paycheck to return, Scream 7 could be the one that finally kicks the series. Movie number 12, Snow White.
The ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures, doesn't sound like something a little kid would like.
Disney live-action remakes have been hit or miss, and Snow White was an uphill battle. The casting backlash over Rachel Zegler's race, the controversy over Peter Dinklage's comments on dwarf representation. It's exhausting. By the time the film hits theaters, people might be too annoyed to care, and the first images featuring those slightly creepy CGI dwarfs certainly didn't help matters. Movie number 13, Borderlands.
What is that smell?
Piss wash gullet.
Ew!
Put the window up.
I don't want to! Roll the window up! Roll it up!
Video game adaptations are slowly getting better, but Borderlands gives off some serious troubled production vibes.
Time to make it rain! With your body parts!
No trailer, major reshoots after test screenings. If the movie can't nail that Borderlands sense of over-the-top humor and action, it's destined to become another forgettable game-to-film flop. And even if it's decent, will the audience show up when there's little to no buzz? Number 14, Craven the Hunter.
You are exactly like our father. Just another man hunting for a trophy.
Craven isn't exactly Spider-Man's most popular villain. Sure, Sony wants their own Spider-Man universe.
Peter 1, Peter 2,
Peter 2,
Peter 3.
But did anyone ask for this? Even an R rating won't save a boring story and poorly executed action. Similar to Morbius, it might stumble across a bit of money from curious teens, but this is more likely to be a critical and commercial disaster that damages Sony's superhero rep even further. Movie number 15, Mufasa, The Lion King.
With the army of hyenas.
The 2019 Lion King remake was visually impressive, but a soulless retreat, raking in cash largely due to nostalgia. Mufasa, a prequel, faces an even steeper challenge. First, James Earl Jones isn't voicing Mufasa, and that iconic voice is essential to the character.
It belongs to no one, but will be yours to protect. A great responsibility.
Secondly, Disney's recent stock drop and waning audience trust hurts its must-see appeal. And most importantly, no one really asked for a Lion King origin story, similar to Alice Through the Looking Glass or The Marvels. This feels like an attempt to squeeze more money out of a franchise rather than delivering a compelling new story audiences crave. Of course, it's possible I'm completely wrong and some of these films will surprise everyone. That's the magic of movies. But as it stands, this batch has me worried. Tell me in the comments, which of these movies would you actually see in theaters? And are there others you're convinced will tank? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more such content.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe.